Yo, it's the Latin Bass Assassin. What's up? What's happening? And we are back, dudes. We are gonna run this riprap, probably fish the bridge a little bit, and then we are gonna call it because we gotta go do some repairs on the truck. So we gotta make sure that we got time for that. We need to leave some of this daylight for working on the truck. Yep, we are just gonna attempt to keep the streak alive. Yesterday we did the same, but yesterday was for funsies. Not exactly sure if Google sent out a yo, what up, Krill? Unlimited. What's happening? A fishing mechanic. Nah, bro. I just dabble in the easier, doable things, bro. I don't like to do it. It's just, I'd rather do it than pay crazy amounts of money for somebody to do it. I don't do it because I have a passion for it, bro. I do it just because I'm like, I take a look at it and I'm like, can I do that? Maybe. And then we go from there. So guys, it is, I believe, Friday. So you know, it's Friday. Gonna catch a fish on Friday. Casting and catching, yeah. Casting and catching, yeah. It's Friday. Gonna catch a fish on Friday. Casting and catching, yeah. Oh, that reminds me. My dumb old crankbait. A little jizzy is still in that bush. I gotta wait till all the leaves fall. Just cruising. Water temp is 70 degrees. Well, it's technically 69.9, but if you round it up, that's gonna be 70. That water is getting about right. What up, yak? I could go fish another area, but why push it? I'm just gonna be here for a little bit before I gotta go and do my thing. Dude, Faith, what up? We got off the water yesterday early because we were trying to avoid that same situation. Not off the rodcast. The rodcast we got off early just because, but we got off the water because it looked like it was gonna be a repeat of whatever the heck those bugs were. Cuba Moon. Did I catch a BBL without you? A good fisherman would lie and say yes, but actually I didn't. I just missed some fish strikes, and that was it, bro. Not a single fish was caught after I turned that camera off. So it kind of seems like maybe I can only catch fish when the camera is on. I'm a performer, Moon. I can only catch when someone's watching. Oh yeah, stay safe, Vato. Stay safe. Yep, not a single fish was caught, bro. I had multiple strikes and I just couldn't set the hook on them. I don't know what it was. I don't know if that's just the way they were biting yesterday. Who knows? Who knows what the deal was? Last night, bros, the Unk Bowl was not bad. Not bad. The two old school veteran quarterbacks showing, hey, we could still throw this pigskin around, bros. That was a display of whatever. I don't know the dude's name. I think he's the tall country dude. He sings, I ain't as good as I once was, but one time I'm something, I don't know. But he talks about like, he's not as good as he once was, but in one moment he can be pretty chingon. And I think that's what I saw last night. Those two old guys, they ain't as good as they once was, but they were able to put on a show. What up, Steve? Toby Keith. Okay, moderator says Toby Keith is his name. I'm pretty sure he's like a really tall cowboy guy. I think he's also the guy who sings that honky tonk, the donka donk, or something like that. Pretty sure it's the same dude. He passed away? Where have I been? I don't know. I must have just been fishing, but I was unaware that Toby Keith passed away. We had a combined age of 81 for the quarterbacks. Dude, it was a good old-fashioned slugfest right there. One team scored, well, at the end. Then the other team was all like, oh, you left me some time. And friggin' Aaron Rodgers almost pulled off a Hail Mary, or at least he had an opportunity to. Dudes, I have, as a person, Aaron Rodgers, okay, cool dude, whatever. But as a quarterback, I hate him because he destroyed many Cowboys' dreams. Last second plays and he ends up frickin' hold on. Moderator, are you saying he isn't the guy who sings but honky tonk, badonka donk. Look, guys, I am not a country expert, so be it either the music or what countries there are in this planet or on this planet. So just not a country expert, guys. I'm gonna go out on a limb and let you guys know. Okay, well, the moderator is just verifying that I don't know shat about country. So, oops, my bad. But either way, I ain't as good as I once was what was displayed last night. Was my only point. Is that these old school vatos came through and were handling business. It was not to show my country songs or country artist expertise. Creel is probably he probably slapped his forehead so hard that he knocked himself out. Creel is currently concussed counting eggs. So that's gonna mess up his numbers because he's gonna be all like 1, 2, 3, number after 3, 2 numbers after 3, 3 numbers after 3, concussed. 3 to the 3rd power. I don't know what number I'm on anymore. It's very interesting. Yo, Unlimited, I'm liking that you found I believe the superscript of the 3 to the 3rd power. Ayuashalo. How'd you do that, bro? You see, Creel doesn't seem to be able to get past the number 3, but he could still utilize stuff to get to higher numbers. So he can count to 3, but going higher than that, he has to utilize different options with 3. 3 to the 3rd power, 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Colin came in and he answered it like a pop quiz. He was like, oh no, bro. The broadcast is having a pop quiz. 3 to the 3rd power. 27? Is it 27? But little does he know that nobody in this chat right now can verify that that is the answer. We're just gonna all nod and be like, oh, great job, Colin. I think he's right. Yeah, you think he's right? Yeah, he's probably right. It's Friday, nobody cares. We're on a rip-rap fishing. We're not really concerned with mathemagics. Not right now. It's one of those lazy Fridays. Do those exist? Probably. Dang, Unlimited, are you a mathematical savant, bro? You're just out here and you're like, yes, Colin, I applaud you. That is 27. Man, never underestimate the people on the Rodcast. So dudes, I was thinking about like going live while I was fixing the CV axle. But then I thought, you know what, bro? Can you handle the amount of expertise that you will be bombarded with when you're just trying to change your CV axle, bro? You're not an expert. You're gonna be there and you're gonna do something, and every movement is going to be critiqued. It's gonna be like, well, I would have used a this, that, or the other. And I'll be like, oh dear God. Oh dear God, I'm just trying to get this axle replaced. Hanging out with the homies. I envisioned it I envisioned it as like when you show up to a homie's house and they're like already busy doing something and you're just hanging out there and chit-chatting and whatever. But I kind of feel like it's not gonna end up that way. I kind of feel like it's gonna be like, yo bro, if I had done that, it would have been done 4 hours earlier. And I'm like, that's cool. That's cool, dog. But I'm doing it, so it may take me 8 hours. It may take me 2.5 days. Nobody knows, bro. It may take me 20 minutes. But we will go at my pace. So I think for my sanity, I will do it alone. Who the heck? I was wondering why I was going so fast. I'm sure that I lowered that down to like 5, but instead, somehow it got moved back up to 8. Well, that is true, Steve, but whether I'm live or not, that distracting phone call is gonna happen. I just have to say no to that distracting phone call. I've learned that. What is this? This is a streak continuer, that's what's up. I'm just gonna have to learn to say no to that phone call there, Steve. And just be all like, yo dog, that's cool, but talk to me later. Because currently I'm trying to not get crushed by this or that. All right, guys, this is a very lackluster streak continuer. All right. We don't have proof of them just yet, but now we do. Here we go, guys. This is the guy that continues the streak. Oh, do fish have ears? I don't know. Oh, that's what's up. Thank the good Lord that we continue the streak. That is 30 times 5 plus some double-digit number, I believe, days of consecutive fishing and consecutive non-zeros. What up, DCP? Unlimited has raised the volume. It is now time to cause his dogs to hate the fact that they have extreme hearing, or whatever you call heightened hearing, heightened sense of blah, blah, blah. Whatever dogs have that makes them hear better than we can. Here we go. This is the streak that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Some people started watching it not knowing what it was, and they'll continue watching it forever just because this is the streak that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. Some people started watching it not knowing what it was, and Unlimited will continue watching it forever just because this is the streak that never ends. We had to come out here and fish early, guys, because we don't know how long this truck business is going to take. And we didn't want a chance there being a problem and then be all like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to go fishing. I have a backup plan, but I don't wanna use that backup plan just yet. And the backup plan does not include my brother, thankfully, because if that was my backup plan, well then guys, we have no plan. DCP! If they do have ears, that's pretty rude of me. What are you talking about, moderator? How many dogs do you know that don't have ears? What are you talking about, Creel? Are we standing on the first? I don't know what Creel is talking about. I don't know what the moderator's talking about. I don't know what a lot of people are talking about. But it's early Friday morning, so I'm just gonna say it's probably me. I'm not gonna go out there and say that's just classic Creel or the moderator's tripping. I'm not gonna say anything like that. Oh, you're talking about the fish. I thought you were talking about the dogs. But you're talking about the fish. Because I just decided to show my excitement and be like, oh! Man, bro, that had to have been like the ultimate disrespect right there. That's like if I just scored a touchdown and then I yelled in your face. So basically, the moderator, she threw an unsportsmanlike conduct flag on me because I screamed at that fish. But I didn't really scream at it, you know, like, because screaming is really Iconelli's thing where he just, I mean, that's a scream. I was more like, oh, oh, that's controlled excitement, let's call it. Dude, I think what we need is faster keyboards or faster, because once I've made comments, I'm on to the next subject, guys. Once I've asked if fish have ears, I'm moving on. I'm moving on. There's a lot of facets to the rodcast, so that's where I get lost. So potentially there's supposed to be rain sometime, somewhere. I don't see it. I don't see a single cloud in the sky, so I don't know exactly where these guys are, but whatever. I guess rain can show up whenever. Is that little dude gonna keep the streak alive and be the only fish we catch today? It's possible. Now, I highly doubt it, but if I get the truck fixed, I mean, I don't highly doubt that I'm gonna get the truck fixed, but if I get it fixed in time, there is a possibility we could do a second leg, but I feel like once I've finished that, I'm gonna be, all right, that's about enough of a day for me. And then I'm just gonna, I don't know, watch football or something. Rain is tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, that means it's gonna ruin my ability to watch sports outside. Oh, Mother Nature. Creel, you don't think I could get it done in one day? Creel, it seems like as long as I got the proper tools, it should be doable in one day. Feels like a fish, but it also feels like we're stuck, but it is a fish. Ah, it's one of those nasty ones. That's why it felt all stupid. Oh, well, you're gross. With all due respect, you're gross, fish. Ah, stupid catfish. Let's see if I can flick this off of a catfish. Work with me, catfish. We don't want to see each other, bro. I don't want to see you. You don't want to see me. Let's just work together. Okay, we're gonna have to get out net Tasha. Well, potentially, I could waterside chat this fool and just grab the, well, frickin' trolling motor. Are you just trying to frickin', I swear this trolling motor is just trying to hit the back of silver. Oh, Faith is cursing us with some cats. All right, trolling motor, I'm gonna spot lock you here. You are nowhere near any of that riprap. If I see you ramming silver into the back of the riprap, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Let me try and do this real quick. I'm gonna try and do it without a net. And then, well, without net Tasha. Wow, yeah. Did it without a net, without net Tasha, and we didn't have to get anything gross. I mean, our butt is probably wet right now because the seat was wet. But whatever. We shall see how it goes. Maybe I work on the truck and then it doesn't work out, and then it just sits there for like a week until I get everything that I need. And I'm like, well, son of a gun. Who knows? That's the beauty of life. It's unknown, bros. Like that right there, that was a rock. Who would have known? Not me, because it's unknown. Yes, Colin, that is our butt, as in our boat, our rods, our baits, our tungstens. It's like that, bro. I'm just an avatar. What in the missiles is going on right here? This guy just missiled this, and he missiled it and missed it. What is that all about? You're dumb. All right, so clearly today is going to be a dumb day for dumb fish to do dumb things. Now let's just hope this fool doesn't flap his tail. All right, guys, so potentially, yesterday I told you guys these guys were like hitting weird and I was missing strikes. Well, this could be what's going on, bros. We're just getting butt slaps. You see, Colin, our butt. Well, there was a fish that splashed right there. Our butt, Colin. So, Unlimited, I don't know what kind of bugs those were. Now, Gary on Facebook said they were mayflies, but I'm like, bro, that don't look like no mayfly to me. But, I mean, I'm not a bugologist, which I know there's a name for it, but I don't know what the name is. So I'm not a bugologist, so I don't know what those bugs were. But I can tell you, there are plenty of them. As a not bugologist, there are plenty of them just flying around at night. I don't know what their deal is. I think their one, maybe not goal in life, but their one passion in life is just sludge butting anything they can. BBL crickets? If only, dude, if those were crickets, oh my God, the orchestra that would have been on the boat, it would have been beautiful, bro. I would have got my G looms and I would have been the orchestrator, the conductor is what they call that fool. I would have been the conductor at the front of the boat and I would have conducted a symphony of crickets. And usually my jokes have like at least at a minimum one cricket, but this right here would have been my masterpiece. I would have had a symphony of crickets. It would have been beautiful. But those dudes, they don't make any noise that I know of except for this. And that's it, dog. I thought they were flies. And I was like, why are there so many dang flies out here? But no, they were some kind of something. Yeah, I don't know what they are, bro. That is my first experience with the third kind or something. Something about a kind. There's some kind of reference there. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Encounters with the third kind? I have no idea. Oh, look at moderator with her fancy words. The entomologist. Oh no, we call them bugologists. Well guys, if you ever wanted to learn things, the Rodcast is a surefire way of learning things. Now some of these things may not be of any value, but you will learn something on the daily. You might learn your limits of stupidity. And you'll be like, dang, bro, what did I just do there? I just listened to this guy say some dumb things for some X amount of time, which varies every day. But yes, potentially, that is all you learn. I think bugologists, they call themselves entomologists because they just want to sound legit. I'm like, dude, just be who you are. That's like if I called myself, let's see here. How do we word this? How do we make this sound so fancy? If I called myself an onion connoisseur, and it's like, what? Bro, you were an onion picker, bro. You were not an onion connoisseur. You see what I'm saying, bro? You can make anything sound fancy. They were like, oh my God, you're an onion connoisseur? And I was like, oh yes, yes. I fancy myself an onion connoisseur. I've dealt with many onions on multiple levels and of different varieties. Ask me anything about an onion and I will tell you, for I am an onion connoisseur. But no, I will not tell you because I was not an onion connoisseur. They said, pick those rows of onions. Got it. Let's get the heck out of here. Onion, bro, what the heck is, I don't even know how to pronounce that. It looked like Somalian for a while. I am not an onion Somalian, but it's like Somalier. I have no idea how to pronounce that, bro. Just, I'm gonna go with onion Somalian, and I am not an onion Somalian. Yes, the sandwich artist. Colin gets it. Yo, Mitch, what's happening, dog? We're just out here on a Friday morning, continuing the streak, but we will have to get off the water shortly as we have to go fix our truck's CV axle. It seems to have cracked a seal of some sort and shot out grease. Ah, Washalo, an onion samurai. Oh, dude, now I'm Samurai Jack. You are correct there, Steve. We are not responsible for whatever you learn here and put into practice. So we can't be held liable. We're just here to inform. It is for informational purposes only. Now Mitch comes in and I believe he went, I'm not exactly sure why he just went, sheep! I have no idea. Maybe that's his Friday yell. He's all like, sheep! I don't know. You tell me, Mitch. Is that what's up? Because my Friday yell just comes from my DNA, bro. It would be more like, it would be something like that, dog, if I had a Friday yell, you know what I'm saying? It might be like that, bro. Who knows? And actually, I should have probably warned you guys, because what if some of you had like headphones and then all of a sudden you're like, ah, or what if, I think it was DCP, what if he's driving and then he's all like, well, it was Yak. I think it might have been Yak. Yak's driving and he's all like, and he's swerving now because I just did a Mexican grito right there, and then he's all like, this idiot, my ears are bleeding, I can't see, my vision is blurred. And he's swerving in and out of traffic. So again, the broadcast cannot be held liable for the stupidities that happen on the broadcast. Who invited all this, what looks like briars, to the party? Okay. So, Creel is requesting the peacock. He wants me to strut around and shake my butt in front of the camera. Creel? Excuse me, Creel? Wow, guys. I can't believe Creel has requested the peacock strut. That's weird, Creel. Let's not turn this into Freaky Friday, Creel. He wants me to do a little peacock strut. Ow! Dang, Creel, you crazy, dog. But it's Friday, so why not do a little peacock strut? Ah! There it is, Creel. That's what's up, bro. I told you I could do a peacock when I see him down the strip, like, ah! And just let me listen for it, bro. There's gonna be a peacock that's just gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna be like, ah! Trust me, Creel. Colin is correct. We shall shake our butt with our peacock strut. You see, Creel, now that my voice has adapted, now I can do the grito, I can do the peacock, I can do whatever, bro. The only thing I can't do is catch a 5-pounder right now. But believe me, if I could, I would. Creel, not only have you inspired me to mess with a peacock, I'm gonna do a YouTube short, bro. I'm gonna go find a stupid peacock. So if you guys know where there are any peacocks in the neighborhood, in this region, that I can go throw down with, let me know. If you guys know, hey bro, there's a peacock over here in Albertville or wherever, then just let me know. I will go over there and I will set the cameras up so that you can see me and a peacock strut about. I mean, I probably won't be doing much strutting. I will be doing more more peacocking, challenging him vocally. Oh, you don't even want that peacock dance off, bro. So I'll be ready for him. I'll be like, all right, here we go, peacock. Here we go. Here we go. And the peacock's gonna be all like, what the heck is wrong with this fool? And then I'll be like, ah! And they'll be all like, oh, he wants to get down. This fool wants some. All right. I'll be like, what's up? Mama didn't raise no peahen. Bro, I'm telling you, Creel, that might not be doing anything to you, bro. But if you were a peacock, you'd be really peed off right now, bro. You'd be all like, shh, I'm gonna fight this fool. I'm gonna shuffle on him, bro. I'm gonna shuffle on this fool like he's never been shuffled on before. But you know, mama don't raise no peahens. Rude wants me to really throw down with that peacock. He knows, bro. You don't want to unleash this. Unlimited. I almost want you to put me on a speaker, bro. Put me on a speaker and let me just go. Ah! And see what happens. See if that peacock is all like, oh, who wants some? Let's see what happens, dog. So we can show Creel that just like my brother claims, but I actually am. I am more than bilingual. I can speak peacock. I mean, it's not a transferable trait. I mean, quality or skill, I should say. Like, it just doesn't transfer well to like a job unless I was a zookeeper. Then if I was a zookeeper, then being able to speak peacock, then that would be somewhat of a useful skill. But seeing as how, like, I mean, what am I gonna do? Go into a job interview and be all like, I'm very fluent in peacock, and they'll be like, oh yeah, prove it. And then right in front of them, bro, I'll do my little peacock shake it back. Ah! They'll be like, oh my God, he is. Oh, you're hired, bro. Max salary. I'll be like, washallow. Now this guy over here on the boat is probably wondering, why the heck do I keep hearing a peacock? But little does he know, he's been fooled. Ah, dude, Rude, you are going to freaking, you're gonna get animal control called on you because they're gonna be like, I think this vato over here has a peacock in his chante. And they're gonna be like, let me see. Next thing you know, they're gonna bust in with a warrant. They'll be like, we got a warrant to search the premises for a peacock. And you'll be like, washallo, bro, I ain't got no peacock anywhere. And then that's when they're gonna hear the broadcast go, ah! And they're gonna be like, uh-oh, uh-oh. And then, Rude, I don't know where you have this peacock, but you are under arrest. And that will be the first arrest that was caused by the broadcast. I guess Mitch shows up to the broadcast for the peacock calls. I don't know. I mean, if we were to hunt peacocks, bro, I tell you right now, oh, there's that Lowrance cover. If we were to hunt peacocks, you know how there's people who can like do elk calls or like, or whatever they do. I don't know. I've never tried to do an elk call, but I could probably mimic one eventually if I just had some time, right? So it's like a bugle, like, I don't know what they do. But whatever you do, right, you're mimicking an animal's call. So Like if I was to mimic a peacock, bro, we'd be expert peacock hunters. We'd be guides. I'd call peacocks from like 14 miles away, bro. They just show up and I'd be like, all right, have your pick, shoot whatever one you want, bro. Or harvest whichever one you'd like. Well, I mean, I guess for the zoo, a peacock connoisseur will be useful, but I don't know where it'd be useful anywhere else. Do I speak parcel tongue like Harry Potter? Bro, I don't even speak Harry Potter, so I don't even know what you're talking about. If I knew what Harry Potter was, his parcel tongue was, then I might be able to tell you I do or I don't. But as of yet, I do not. Colin said he grew up with peacocks in the park. Bro, if I grew up with those peacocks, there would be some mean mother peacocks. We would start a peacock gang, bro. Me and those peacocks. Let's go under the bridge real quick. We're gonna see about catching something off the edge on the other side. And then we'll see how much longer we go, because remember guys, I have to go fix my truck's CV axle. CV axle rose. Oh, that's what you do, bros. To make it go faster, you listen to Guns N' Roses. Well, let's see how nasty it is out here. So yeah, guys, in order to make this CV axle change go faster, I'll listen to Guns N' Roses. And then I'll be all like, yo, moderator, can you hold this real quick? Because in order to reach this, I gotta get on my knees. Yeah, and then she'll be all like, wow, I have fallen more and more in love with this idiot daily. And I'll be like, yo, moderator, I'm just out here doing my fake mechanic stuff. And she will be super impressed. Now, I won't put a wig on or anything like that, but you know, we'll do what we got to make it go faster, because I don't want to be doing that. All right, let's see. I'm gonna need, hopefully I don't lose a jig, but if I got to, then I'm gonna at least put another trailer on there, because the trailer that's on there right now has no pincers, bro. They speak in snake. It's the language of the snakes. Oh, I'm listening. So I don't think I'd speak in the language of the snakes, bro, because like snakes are, you know, slithery creatures that shan't be trusted. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I guess I could learn their language so I could know what they're saying about me, right? They'll be all like, he is super slick. That fool is super stupid. Whatever they say about me. I mean, A lion does not concern himself with the opinions of snakes, unless the opinion of that snake is that he wants to bite him, which I don't think is really an opinion. I think it's more of a decision or an action, possibly, but not an opinion. Sha-na-na-na, niece. Dang, Tim does speak snake. You see, guys, you don't know the many talents of people on the Rodcast. Never underestimate them. Oh, Steve, I am not putting thumb gel on my trailer. My bad, bro. I forgot about that. It's in my pocket, but I just forgot about that. Now I am, Steve. I'm definitely putting it on now. Blah, blah. There's a little bit of eelgrass, floating eelgrass on the edge of that, but I'm okay. I'll just punch through it. Sha-na-na-na, niece. Did my brother show up? Why did Rude say El Trini? Oh, okay, it's because Tim said, do you speak Trini? Yeah, bro, that is one language I do speak, and I'm a little bit, I don't know if I'm better for it. I don't know. I can translate for people to understand what they're hearing. Because it almost sounds like English. That was weird. But like English from a different planet. You know how some people speak pig Latin? Well, it's kind of like that. Because every other word has to be way. Way. You know what way? No way. What's that way? It's always got to be that. So it's kind of like pig Latin. Ixnay on the Upitstay. It's kind of like that. Huh. These guys pulled up and within 2 seconds caught themselves a fish. $8:40. We'll probably go till 9 o'clock, guys, because then I'm gonna have to go do work. All the fun time is done. I'm gonna have to do work. We are currently in 20 feet of water. A lot of floating eelgrass right here. It's all going to the other side. I can't see if there's eelgrass on the side of this riprap right here. I could try that. But I feel like there's a lot of it on the side of this. Ew, eelgrass. Eels. Dang, Unlimited just busted a Jerry Seinfeld. Hey, Tim, what's the deal with that? Hey, Tim, motor oil, having an expiration date. What's the deal with that? Eelgrass. Can't be eelgrass down there. I must be picking it up from up top and then taking it down low. There's no way that there's eelgrass way down there. And now I'm properly stuck. Well, that sucks. What up, Tater? We've only caught 2 little ones, but that was enough for us to be relinquished of our, or released of our curse. Our fishing curse. Nah, Tater, we gotta go fix some truck stuff. Oh, this is some gross eelgrass. We've gone from Guns N' Roses Shanananese to the Red Hot Chili Peppers Under the Bridge. The city I live in, the city of Guntersville. Rude. Poison has an expiration date. I think it was like maybe the 80s. maybe the 90s. I think that was around their expiration date. I think they basically expired around the time that big hairbands expired. But Creel probably still listens to Poison. I wouldn't put it past him, guys. I don't know what Poison sings, but all right, Tater, I don't know what option Tater wanted. I don't know if Tater wanted the total or if he wanted the body shop work. All right, so there's eelgrass all over the place here. They are still touring? Oh my God. Okay, but what songs do they sing, bro? Because I know Creel knows these hairbands because I'm not gonna say he's a hairbrain, but he had long hair, guys, is all I'm saying. Oh yeah, Colin, every rose has its thorn. Yes, yes. Just like every hook set has a fish. I have no idea. Well, that song I do know, bro. Wow, finally a song that I know. Tater, have you ever heard of Gap Insurance? Gap Insurance is, you know, a cool little insurance that covers the gap. Because, you know, mind the gap. I'm throwing a jig on this riprap. I don't usually throw a jig on the riprap like this far out, but there's a lot of eelgrass here, so I'm just gonna try this real quick. Stupid eelgrass. I'm just gonna try it, see what happens, guys. We're just out here fishing around, finding out. It's Friday. So, you know, we're just gonna see what we can get. Oh, Tater's got gap. Tater, you might wanna go to a doctor if you got gap, bro. Sounds terrible. I don't know what that entails, but if you got gap, it might be curable. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Who's my new sponsor, Rude? Are you telling me that Poison's my new sponsor? It's like every cast brings back a shad load of eelgrass. Every rose has its thorn. That's what I'm seeing right here, guys. That's basically what it is. All that nasty, stupid floating eelgrass. Oh, Gap Insurance, my new sponsor. Welcome to the Rodcast, guys. It is sponsored by Gap Insurance. Make sure to mind the gap and also go see your doctor if you got gap. Well, I mean, here's the thing, bro. I don't know, Slane, I don't know if, like, I've been out the game for a while, bro, so I don't know if this is like a new version of something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always have to suggest to the viewers, go get that checked. Because I don't know. I could be thinking about gap insurance, and these guys might be cry for help telling me, dude, I got gap. And I was like, I don't know, go get a check, dog. Like, what does that mean? You got gap? Okay, well, stay away from me. Tater, you're not allowed on the boat until you go get your gap checked or whatever. Because it could be contagious, dog. And I'm not looking to start a COVID 2.0 situation. Steve is asking for a friend. Oh, yes, Steve. We heard that song earlier. We'll do it again for Unlimited. Friend. It's Friday, Friday. Gonna catch a fish on Friday. Casting and catching, yeah. Casting and catching, yeah. It's Friday, Friday. Gonna catch a fish on Friday. Casting and catching, yeah. Casting and catching, yeah. This is terrible. Not the song, but all this eelgrass. I can't do anything with that. All right, guys, we are gonna change. Where you guys at? Yo, Slane, I am on the famed Lake Guntersville. We're gonna move where to? We're gonna move to somewhere near Sunset. I'm gonna say the next part because I have to, not because I actually want Slane to take his shirt off, but come on and raise up, take your shirt off. Wave it around just like a helicopter, North Carolina. But not because I want Slane to take his shirt off. It's just part of the song, guys. So guys, I mean, it is possible, but highly unlikely that today we are going to break the 5-pound mark so that we could pay out the $75 Bass Pro Shopper Tackle Warehouse gift card. We're gonna go to an area over on the other side of this bridge near Sunset Hump, and we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out for a little bit because again, we gotta go work on the truck. Mitch is in Arkansas, the home of Slick Willie. Oh, washala, bro. Yo, bro, Ranger boats are from the home of Slick Willie? I guess so, flipping Arkansas. But I never really thought of it that way. how do I like these power poles? So the power poles are cool, Doug. I don't use them a lot. I use them mainly to anchor and hold the boat while I'm trailering, or while I'm attempting to, you know, like when I pull up to the dock, and I'll just put my power poles down and then it'll hold the boat. So they're cool for that. What the heck? Yo, what up, old school? What's happening? What's up? Now, I'm not exactly sure what, hold on, let's see. From there to there. Okay. We're gonna try this out for a little bit with a jig. I do not know what Yak is talking about. Back road 12 wide or something like that. I don't know if this is, I don't know, trucker talk or what the deal is, but old school sent a photo. All right, old school. Let me just position right here. Line it up. Okay. Bam. Let's see what old school sent us, guys. Sure as shit, old school did send us a fish. Iwashalo. Old school. That's old school's fish right there. I don't know what the weight is. Hoping you guys can see that. Aw, yeah, old school out there catching some fish. Ew. I'm gonna drop a jig out there, guys. All right, we're casting to this direction. We're currently in about 8 feet of water. There is a trench that's dug right here. I don't know what it's for. I think it runs that water pipe from all the way over there. So did anybody figure out what Yak meant by he's on the back roads, but he's 12 wide? I don't speak whatever that is. Anybody in the chat, because Yak's got to stay safe. "12 wide." Is he talking about 12 people in the chat? All right, sun goes down at 6. It's gonna take me about an hour to gather all the necessary pieces. The heck is this guy talking about? Talking to Moon's boss. I can feel all the broken up rock down there. I'm just trying to get that thump. I did put the thump gel on there to entice the thump, but let's see what happens. This water's kind of dirtier than I would have expected. Come on, baby, one time. Just changing my angle a little bit. Hey, Colin. Dude Colin. I'm calling the dude Colin. Is there a dude named Colin in the house? We should be quiet because Colin's probably working, guys. Responsible. He's working. He doesn't have time for shenanigans. All right. So I guess Colin worked. But I got a question for you, Colin. Did Moon say something about leaving? I didn't see anything about him leaving, but I digress. Colin, so what are we gonna do, bro, if if los Dodgers play the Jays? That's gonna cause a little bit of strife between us, bro. Now what, Colin? How are we gonna get past that? Because it's gonna, I mean, I don't know how to get around that, bro. But also keep in mind, I don't really like baseball. But how are we gonna get around that, Colin? He's exercising his dog, bro. It must have demons or something, and he's exercising it. Dang, bro, I did not know that you had the power of a priest. But I guess Moon can exercise, just so you guys know, Moon can put curses. And, well, I guess, I mean, if you're able to put curses, then you probably should know how to exercise them as well. So, just a little tidbit of information, guys. Moon, the federale, puts curses and reverses them as he exercises. As the church lady said, he exorcised the demons. So yes, Moon is a man of many facets, bro. He is a man of many facets. I would have probably checked before I purchased that dog, bro. It's demon history. Because if you have to exercise it daily, oh my God, bro. Pobre dog. It is so tormented inside. That's, I mean, it's gotta be hard on you, bro. To see your dog go through that. Yeah, Colin, I know that you guys still have some work to do, but what I'm saying is, I mean, the Dodgers still have one more win to go as well. But what I'm saying is, like, what happened? Because you got to prepare for the time. Do we just stop talking to each other right now? You know, like, I mean, not now, but like when the series starts. Do we just ignore each other? Do we slap each other in the face with a digital glove and prepare to duel? What do we do? Shall I prepare to spend October shirtless? That way you can't pull my jersey over my head or my shirt over my head, as I know since from other broadcasts that that's how you Canadians like to get down. See, I can be taught there, Colin. Slap each other with a fish, bro. I learned that only the Ninevites did that on VeggieTales, so I am above that. I shall not fish or slap anyone with a fish. Not I, sir. Not I. But I'm just wondering, what do we do, Colin, if that were to happen? We seem to have gotten past the border wars, but now this is different, Colin. This is not something that I can turn a blind eye towards. I have to understand, because when it comes to sports teams, Colin, we're basically, if this happens, we're basically enemies. Or, I mean, that's just the way it works here in America, bro. Like Tater, I'm pretty sure he's an Eagles fan. He tells me it's just because of Hurts, but it hurts me that he tells me that. You see what I'm saying, bro? So technically, me and Tater are enemies. I think all he wants to do is hurts me, bro. And I don't like it. So, me and Tater are enemies. Ah, okay. All right, Steve. You got me there. But to slap each other to duel, that's Ninevite kind of stuff. Slap the dude because he fell asleep and I caught a fish, that is allowed. That is a rule on the boat that has spanned many boats. You fall asleep, you get slapped with a fish. It's just, that's the name of the game. In fact, you hope that they fall asleep so that you can slap them with the fish. And Moon, I believe that, back to your dog story, you have terrible timing, dog. You need to exercise your dog's demons when people are around, bro, so that the chicas can see and be like, oh my God. And I don't know what religion you are, bro, but they might be like, Father, oh my God, Father. Not that you're their godfather, but you know what I'm saying? We're not going to an Italian movie, a mob movie, bro. No. Just, oh my God, Father, please help exorcise my demons. And then you'll be all like, this is getting kind of weird, but all right. As long as it doesn't get any weirder than this, we're going to be okay. And also, Creel, that is a blasphemy to use a buttered tortilla, bro. So there's some like some stuff on, I don't know, like different shows, different channels, different YouTube, whatever, bro. But when I see people utilizing food to do something that's not eating, it just kind of makes me mad, bro. And it mainly makes me mad because I'm Mexican. And I'm like, we don't waste food, bros. So we can do dumb stuff with other things, but food, we draw the line. As my father has said many a time, there are starving children in Africa, so you better eat, you son of a fish. You ungrateful son of a fish. And then I'm like, oh, okay, good point. I guess. I'm not sure they'd want to eat vegetables, but I guess if I'm starving, I'm gonna eat anything that's available to me. But vegetables are gross, so I guess I'll eat them and throw up a little inside. Oh, that's the plan right there, dudes. I should have been smarter when I was younger. Dang it. That's the plan. So check it out, dudes. Here's the plan. Some of you may want to turn down your headsets right now. Here's the plan. So what you do is you eat all the good stuff, assuming you've already eaten all the good stuff, right? Like, let's say you had a piece of some protein, dead animal, chicken, ground beef, something on your plate, right? And then it had vegetables nearby. So you as a kid are like, yo, vegetables are, all right, that's it, you stupid fish. Like, I just saw you there. Why didn't you eat my stuff? You guys suck. But what do you call it? So you're there, and if you have a weak stomach, you're gonna wanna not listen to this part. So you're there, and you're like, dang it, I already ate all the good stuff. So what you do is, you have to eat the vegetables nonetheless. So what you do is, you throw up a little bit, because that throw up should bring up some of the food that you just ate, right? Like the good stuff. So you're like, oh, there's a little bit of steak mixed in with that. I mean, mind you, it's throw up steak. So, but it was just recently consumed. So it's not like really digested throw up steak. It's just kind of like a little bit digested, like very minuscule amount of digestion. And then you mix it around with the vegetables, and you're like, well, vegetables aren't that bad now, because throw up steak mixed with vegetables tastes way better than just vegetables by themselves. So that is probably the extent that I would go to in my hatred of vegetables. But like I said, you guys should have probably turned down the volume if you had a weak stomach, because that was not for the weak, I don't know, stomached or whatever. But that's just a plan, bros. You don't have to enact it. Yeah, Creel, it's kind of like the 5-second rule, but even better, because like the 5-second rule, you're dealing with like germs from the floor. You don't know what happened, you know, all that other stuff. So you don't know what's there. But inside of your gut, you know that it's good stuff, bro. You know, it's just stuff that your body already has. You're doing whatever. So Creel's got the mindset. He's tracking. He's all like, that's not a bad idea. But the problem is, I don't have a time machine to go back and tell younger me. And why I would go back and tell younger me this only one particular piece of information that he may or may not enact, I don't know. I mean, I could tell him so many things, like who won the 2025 World Series, which we have an inkling, but I'm not going to say who, because Colin might then feel bad. But what do you call it? Why I would tell him this and only this, I don't know. But could be a waste of a time machine to do it, because he'd be all like, that's disgusting, fool. And you also look disgusting. Do not tell me that I look like this in like 10 million years. No, it's even sooner than 10 million. And I was like, oh, you enacted it. And he's like, inadvertently. And then he was like, oh, that's not a bad plan, bro. It does taste better. And I was like, told you, dog. That's what's up. And then we fist bump and tear the time continuum. And next thing you know, boom, everything as we know it ceases to exist. So probably not a good plan, because the last part. But everything else was working out, bro. Everything else was working out, and past me was gonna be like, dude, that was super smart, bro. That was super smart. And next thing you know, boom. We essentially make a healthier America, because of the fact that people are now eating vegetables more, except we would probably have more need for Tums and stuff like that, because that stomach acid is probably going to start wearing at your esophagus, and that's going to cause an issue. But one problem at a time, guys. It only becomes a problem with the amount of times that you eat vegetables. So if you don't eat a lot of vegetables, then whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to do it too much, too often. But if you don't eat a lot of, if you do eat a lot of vegetables, I would invest in the Tums company, because, or whatever's for heartburn, I don't know. Oh, green peppers, onions, and chorizo. Okay, well, I mean, I guess those are technically vegetables, except for the chorizo part, but is Mitch trying to make me hungry? Oh. You son of a fish. See, that's rich people stuff, bro. That's rich people stuff, soaking them in butter and bacon. Bro, I don't know about that. Well, Dead Rabbit, I am not a bird watcher. So I have not been watching too many birds. But had this not been PG-13, you would have seen a bird, which I would just assume that you've seen before in your life. You would have seen a bird like somewhere on the screen, right about here. You would have seen a bird, highly recognizable, very common, I would just assume. Very common bird. And you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's the usual bird I see wherever I go. So, yeah. And Steve is trying to keep me on task. What happened there? Dudes, that right there was a hook set galore, but not a fish. Pues, ¿qué está pasando aquí, bros? For those of you who are not bilingual, that is, what is going on right here? All right, so right about here, I've had a couple bites. I'm like in the channel of whatever this is. Well, Dead Rabbit, you will find none of those here because this is a highbrow show that coats its or cloaks its statements in so much coolness that you won't even know what's happening, bro. You'll be all like, did he just? No way. Yeah, but why do I like it? Oh, because he's cool like that. But yes, bro, you won't find a straight up one of those. All right, let's see here. All right, Steve has let us know that it's about time to get off the water so that you can go fix the troca. The troca, which I believe is not even a real Spanish word, but that is how those of us from the borderland say a truck. It's gonna eat at me if I leave with those two Missed bites. Dude, I set the hook. I thought like a champion, but maybe I said it like a loser. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Oh, soy un perdedor. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? Unlimited. So you want me to just fish, but here's the thing, dog. When the streak dies, because I'm all like, yo, bros, I would have been on the water, but my axle just did some dumb stuff. My axle went the way of Axl Rose and just essentially decomposed while it was living. I don't know. Or actually, it turned into like a old lady, whatever you call that. Then I'm gonna be like, so I can't get on the water because I got axle problems. Then Unlimited's gonna be like, he should have probably stopped fishing that day. Oh, even Colin's like, yeah, bro. So Colin, here's the thing, bro. I would continue doing a live. Like I'll be like, all right, cool. Let's go to change the CV axle, and I'd be live. You know what I'm saying? I'd just be like, all right, guys, we're just all the homies chilling out, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then I feel like there's gonna be too many armchair mechanics that are going to be there, because I don't claim to be a mechanic, Colin. I only do this to save me some money, right? Because I was like, that seems like it's easy enough. I might be able to do that one. So that's the only reason that I would do it. And that's when people will jump in and say, well, I would have used a box wrench. Well, has that been torqued to the right specifications? Oh my God, look at this guy. I would have used blah, blah, blah. Why did he not put this on? And then I'll be like, dudes, what the? Oh my God, look at him. He's using gloves. Oh, does he not want to get his hands dirty? What a pansy. And I'm like, dudes, I'm good. We're going to get it done. And then they're going to be there and they're going to be all like, yo, I would have had this job done in like 30 minutes. And I'll be all like, well, that's cool. You're welcome. Congratulations, or whatever other nicety should be said here. But also potentially, there might be some Richards on the shelf for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're trying to avoid, bro. Now, Dead Rabbit, I shall give you a chance to do something about that comment right there, bro, because if not, you are going to become Ghost Rabbit, and we will not be seeing much of you in the near future. So, Dead Rabbit, I would strongly advise you to do something now, Dead Rabbit, because if not, again, you will become Ghost Rabbit. you will go the way of the amphibian, as you are well aware of the one line that we do not cross here on the Rodcast. So, I leave it up to you, my friend. Choose your destiny. Choose your fate. I will act accordingly depending on what your actions are, dead rabbit. You have, dead rabbit, until 9:35 to figure out what you would like to do, because if not, then I will do what I must do. All right, guys, this will be the last cast, I think, because again, I have to go fix my truck. Preventative maintenance, even though it's spitting out. It wasn't. What? How? Dead rabbit, how could it not be something? It specifically says moderator in it. So how can it not be? What? Oh. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. But oh. Well, guys, we have approached the 9:35 hour. Dead rabbit, as a homie, I offer you one more chance till I get to that dock, buddy. And if that is not the case, my friend, well, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to do for you, dog. But know that I will not be going slow to get to the dock, dog, because I gotta go fix my truck. So, life will go on. Dead Rabbit, I would suggest that you delete that comment, or I will delete that comment for you, along with the ability to chat as well. Because here's the thing, Dead Rabbit. Like, that apology was kind of like half-assed, bro. It's like, hey, man, sorry I said something that you are a wuss about, or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the heck? Sorry you made a... That's almost like it was just... It compounded it, bro. It was all like, hey... Sorry I said this, that, and this, and adding more stuff. And you're like, what the... Bro, you're not making it better, is all I'm saying. You could have just said, yo, you know what? Sorry, out of line, no big deal. You know, like normal, respectful homies do. But instead it was like, yeah, sorry, here, let me say some more stuff that is like ridiculous, but whatever. Because we've discussed this many times, bro. None of those comments will be made directed at the moderator. That's just the way it is, bro. That is just the way it is. In fact, bro, like, I don't even know how the moderator feels about it. So I might even go home and then she may all like, yo, zap it. And then zappity doo-dah, bro. Where are my keys? Oh, the live long day. You guys see my keys? Let's see if they're in here. Nope. Ah. They've gone upward and onward. Yes, but the statement involved the moderator is the problem, bro. I mean, even just talking about that stuff is I mean, probably not what happens here. But the statement did involve the moderator, bro, so that was where it got more ridiculous. So again, I guess I'll just have a talk with the moderator and see what the deal is. Moderator, you can text me if you'd like. I gotta go get the truck. While all this is unfolding, I'll leave you with some honey buns and Mountain Dew. Or at least attempt to.
Sunrise creeping, moon fades out. Truck still humming, my mind shouts. Honey buns, wrappers on the dash. Mountain Dew bottles empty fast. Hit the creek line, poles in hand. The Latin assassin makes his stand. Cast so smooth, the ripples cry. Too smart for his eagle eye. Honey buns and Mountain Dew are fuel all day. Fishing with the assassin, one more
Song already finished? The heck? Somebody fast forward that? Well, I guess it finished. Song already finished. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Was just stating to incognito statements such as the bird I received. Okay. Thought we joking. Yeah. I don't got a problem with jokes, Dead Rabbit. That's not a problem. The jokes are not the problem and have never been the problem. The problem is any sexual innuendos or any sexual comments that are directed, that have anything to do with the moderator, bro. Those are where we strictly draw the line, bro. Like two dudes joking around, saying stuff to each other, not a big deal. Bro. So, as I do not act on emotion, I will discuss with the lovely moderator what exactly shall be done. How you doing? All right, guys. It was a successful trailering. Yeah, Colin. So I will feel free to go live, but again, the problem is the expertise that will be provided will be, I mean, I won't even be able to comprehend all the mechanicking expertise that I will receive. And then my little brain will explode and I'll be like, oh my God, it's too much. And then my brain will just, it'll short circuit. But it is a good idea to go live during that. Like I said, it's like homies hanging out, one doing all the work while the other one's just there. Well, let's just say drinking some beverages, just there, and be like, yep, what's up, bro? Yep. Well, I wouldn't do it that way. And I'll be like, what the you're not doing any of it. Yeah, but I wouldn't have done it that way, that's for sure. And then it would be like, all right, bro, I guess we'll see how we accomplish this task. Because again, all I did, I'm not claiming to be an expert. All I did was look at a YouTube video and say, okay, well, it looks doable. And then now that it looks doable, well, we're gonna see how doable is. We could fail dramatically, spectacularly, or it could just be all like, oh, okay, that was easy. We don't know yet. We haven't invested the elbow grease into seeing how terrible this is going to be. Boom, 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 boom. We are buttoned up. Time to go put our life jacket away. Yo, what up, Susie? Peacock, watch that look, bro. Ah! You guys know. Hey, Unlimited, that reminds me, bro. You need to get a video of that peacock. You let me know when that peacock is around your hood. That way, we can start messing with it, dude. Show everybody what's up, that I am the king peacock. There are no others. Susie, I hope you catch a BBL, a Drizzy. So with that, guys, we continue the streak. We caught 2 little ones. This was not our best showing, but we got to get off the water so that we can go fix our truck. And with that, my dudes, I will bid you all adieu. Hopefully you guys have a ching to the gone Friday and fish around and find out